This is the Barbados Today afternoon news for Friday, May 26. Thank you for joining us. I am Mary Claire Williams. The Students Guild at the University of the West Indies Cave Hill campus is moving to provide some financial relief for students there. Guild President Kai Bridgewater and his counterparts in Jamaica and Trinidad are hoping to broker a deal with governments around the region who owe the university. The efforts follow an announcement by UWI earlier this month for a hike in tuition fees in the faculties of Social Sciences, Humanities and Education, Science and Technology, and Law.
What we have done, the Cave Hill Guild of Students, is that we've contacted the Prime Minister, we've contacted the leader of the opposition, because we want to see if we can shift the burden, the financial burden from the students to the governments of the region. Because at the end of the day, they owe us the debt, and we need to engage them because the sustainability of our university is being threatened. So we understand that administration was put into a corner when they had to increase the fees. But what we're doing is engaging them, and I can personally say, I've spoken to both and I've gotten positive feedback from both. And we have created a proposal that we put forward to the governments so that we can see whether this financial burden can be shifted onto the governments.
Bridgewater says he's hoping to meet with Prime Minister Frundle Stewart soon on the matter. The increase in tuition fees follows a change in government's education policy in 2013, which removed subsidies for local students. The new policy took effect in 2014. The UN envoy on HIV to the Caribbean, Dr. Edward Green, is painting a bleak picture of the state of efforts to curb the spread of the disease in the region. Addressing an awards ceremony of the Caribbean Broadcast Media Partnership this morning, Dr. Green said there has been much progress over the years in reducing the spread, but he's concerned that latest statistics show that infection rates are on the increase.
Of great concern for our region is the finding in the 2016 UNAIDS GAP report that after 10 years of decline in the prevalence rate, the Caribbean has witnessed a 9% overall increase in new infections. This is shamefully second to Eastern Europe and Central Asia. While the major increases have occurred in Cuba and Jamaica, the alarm is mainly due to the fact that progress in stopping the new infections has stalled among adults and increasing among older groups in some countries, of which Barbados is indicated as one.
Magistrate Wanda Blair wants women to be more discerning when getting into intimate relationships with men. Blair regularly presides over cases involving claims for child maintenance, and she told a panel discussion organized by the Men's Fellowship of the Cave Hill Wesleyan Holiness Church last night that it is only after some of the women fall pregnant they discover the true character of their partners.
I think it is important how we socialize our women in this society. I am finding more and more women are sharing their favors. This might be controversial, but women are sharing their favors too easily. Oh, yeah. And when the children are born, when they wake up, right, and the children are born, then they suddenly realize that the man who they share their favor with, he is good for nothing. Some of them don't even know the name of the man. Some of them don't know where he lives. So that they come to file an application for maintenance and they do not have an address because they do not know. Some of them know the man by a call name. So how is the marshal going to go in search of this man? So we have to be careful how we socialize our daughters. Now, I often say to the women, and I find sometimes women could be so vindictive. So vindictive. They see the children as their children. It seems as though the man didn't play any role at all. In fact, they see his role mainly as providing money for the child.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Who call and get your yams and potatoes? Wait, my girl, how you want to see you for long?
I can't how you keeping, but you don't sell the nation paper no more.
But that paper ain't selling. This month now I stop selling that. Look, one time I would have made a little dollar on the Sunday sun. But when Sunday night, I still trying to get the weather there.
Well, you know you can't call that the Sunday sun no more. You're going to call that Sunset News. call no time down you stale.
People complain that them ain't got nothing in it to read, and the price keep going up all the time, all the time. A woman abused me so sick the other day, telling me that she just read Barbados Today online for free. I can take that abusing soul, so I switched to my potatoes and yams.
Well, let me tell you, at pork selling, you got to raise pigs. How much for the yams?
4.75 cents a pound.
Well, that's cheaper than that stale news. Give me
How much you want?
a pound.
Only a pound? Anyhow, these eating real good. Let me wrap them up for you. Come.
The Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Thanks for staying with us. We're back now with news from the region. Trinidad and Tobago Sports Minister Daryl Smith has presented a report to Prime Minister Dr. Keith Rowley explaining how he racked up a $92,000 phone bill on a trip to neighboring Tobago. We get more in this report from TV6 News.
Minister Smith apparently wasted no time in handing over his report to the Prime Minister. Documents revealed on Tuesday that Smith racked up a $92,000 bill on a weekend trip to Tobago, but it appears the alleged transgression did not play a big part in today's cabinet meeting.
There was no discussion of Minister Smith's current position at cabinet here today. The position as set out by the Office of the Prime Minister yesterday continues to be the current position. The Honourable Prime Minister has asked for a report from Minister Smith. I believe a report has been submitted. The Honourable Prime Minister will look at the report and then take it from there.
And though Couva North MP Ramona Ramdial wanted the Prime Minister to ask Tourism Minister Shamfa Cudjoe about her $59,000 phone bill, the Prime Minister made no such request of her. Now, when it comes to public spending, the Finance Minister Imbert confirmed there are guidelines and protocols which all permanent secretaries and accounting officers have to adhere.
Were those guidelines followed?
With respect to what?
With respect to the Daryl Smith.
That matter has not been drawn to the attention of the Minister of Finance yet.
The TNT Guardian reported that Communications Officer Kate Balthazar, who travelled to Tobago with Smith, was transferred to the office of the Prime Minister. That does not seem to be true.
And finally, 28 people were killed and several others wounded when gunmen attacked a group of Coptic Christians in southern Egypt today. Officials from the Ministry of Health say many children were among the victims. Eyewitnesses said masked men opened fire after stopping the Christians who were traveling in a bus and other vehicles. Local media showed a bus apparently raked by gunfire and smeared with blood. Clothes and shoes could be seen lying in and around the bus. The attack came on the eve of the holy month of Ramadan, and it followed a series of church bombings claimed by the Islamic State. That's news this afternoon. Remember, you can get more on our website, www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, and like us on Facebook. We're on Izumi Media in bus terminals and Screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also tune into Mix 96.9 FM for more news. I am Mary Claire Williams. Have a good afternoon.